Alright, we are back for hopefully the last episode. I'm gonna try to get everything done in one go, even if I have to take small breaks. Slowly, ever so slowly, I feel my consciousness surfacing from what feels like a heavy, dark fog shrouding my entire being. I can just barely make out the traces of voices dancing in the distance as I groan and peel my eyes open. My head. I blink a few times, but realize with a delayed start that all I can see around me is darkness. Pure darkness. What? Where am I? I sit up, only to wince as a sharp pain shoots through my head at the action. What happened? Where's Aslan in the castle? I can't see anything. As if answering me, I hear a faint call echoing towards me through the shadows. Luna. My heart nearly leaps out of my chest, and my attention snaps to the presence as I recognize that voice anywhere. Aslan? Are you in here too? I immediately scramble to my feet and take off into the darkness, following after the sound of my beloved's voice. Luna! Aslan, I can hear you, but where are you? I can't see you. I have no clue where I'm going, or even how far I've run, but I eventually skid to a stop when I catch sight of a figure that seems to just materialize in front of me. The lone figure has their back to me, but I breathe out a heavy sigh of relief nonetheless as I take in the sight of a familiar silhouette. Aslan! At the sound of my voice, the wizard slowly turns around on his heel. There's a patient smile gracing his face, the very same one that always puts my heart at ease whenever I saw it. There you are, Luna. I've been looking all over for you. The man in front of me opens his arms, and I don't hesitate for even 1 second to barrel forward and throw my arms around him. Oh, thank God you're here too! I didn't know where I was or how I got here, but, well, as long as you're with me, then I know everything will be all right. I feel Aslan's chest rumple under me as he chuckles. Aslan moves one arm to snake around my waist and the other to stroke my hair with his hand. I feel heat warm my cheeks as I recall our previous intimate affairs that transpired not long ago. Yes, that's right. I'm here, Luna. Don't worry. I'm right here. A sleepy smile dances on my lips as I lean into his comforting warmth, relishing in his touch, when his voice whispers into my ear. I won't ever let you go, Luna. I can't help but slowly open my eyes as I instinctively furrow my brow. Despite his sweet whisperings, something feels off. I turn my head up to get a closer look at his face, but he only tightens his grip around me as if to keep me in place. Aslan? Shh, my love. Let's stay like this. Together. Forever. Forever? But... I try to move away, but Aslan's iron grip tightens around me, so much so it begins to feel painful. Isn't that what you want, my Luna? Shh. Just give yourself to me, and we'll never be apart again. Aslan's hold feels like it's about to crush my ribcage, and I vehemently shake my head. Let go of me! He merely chuckles, and my vain attempts to break free. However, I manage to look up at the man holding me. My heart stops as I look into a pair of blood-red eyes. Okay. Alright. Cool. Stop struggling, my love. Accept this. Accept me, and we shall watch the world fall to ruin together, forever. Everything is darkness, after all. That was creepy, that was good. And soon, you will become darkness too. I can't really do an evil cackle, I'm sorry. Maybe if I committed to it, but I'm not confident enough. I grip my teeth and thrash with all my might to fight off the man holding me. Thankfully, I manage to loosen his grip and take the chance to slip out from his arms. I cough as air re-enters my lungs and point an indignant finger towards Aslan. You aren't Aslan! Who the hell are you? The figure laughs and brings a finger to their chin. Aw, pity. To think I was so close, too. to swallowing you whole in my web of everlasting darkness. But it's far too late for you to struggle now, anyways. The figure's eyes begin to glow an ominous red, morphing into a deep purple as they snap their fingers. At once, dark fog gathers up from the floor to envelop their body, and a second later, a different form steps out from the parting mist. The other us, whatever. I stumble back a few steps as my jaw drops. I nearly trip over my own feet as I can only stare at the eerily familiar face smiling back at me. What the hell? What's wrong, dear? Can't you recognize your own reflection? I am you, after all. Like hell you are, you creep! There's no way I'd be caught dead in that whack-ass cosplay! Oh my, it seems a smart little firefly has gotten itself caught in my web this time. What a shame you'll have to perish so soon. Web? But the dark figure simply answers with a coy smile. Their eye glint. Their eye? Shouldn't be eyes. Their eyes glint as they snap their fingers. Suddenly, purple threads gleam in various spots around us. The light from the threads illuminates the space, and I can make out the faint outline of dangling silk strings surrounding me in every direction. Light begins to slide down the threads, all making their way towards me, trapped in the very center of a thick web. The figure laughs at the panic filling my eyes, but I turn my head and manage my best to feign confidence. Look, I don't know who the hell you think you are, but if you think you're getting away with this, you got one hell of a storm coming. My, unofficial boyfriend is an all-powerful wizard, and so are his friends. I bet they're all looking for me as we speak, and then you'll be a total goner once they're here. Got that, you off-colored spider freak? But my threat only seems to amuse the figure further as I laugh even louder, shaking with amusement. Ah yes, Aslan, your dearly beloved. You must mean him, correct? The dark form of me raises their hand and in one simple motion opens a portal in the air.
Aslan.
I feel my breath hitch as an image materializes right in front of my eyes. Inside the portal, I see Aslan lying alone on the ground in a pool of blood. Aslan? Wait. No! You're lying! That's not true! That's just an illusion or some cheap magic trick! Oh, if only it was. This is no illusion, little girl. Rather, this is as real as the web binding you. My own blood runs cold as I feel my lips begin to tremble. What? No. You're lying. What happened to him? My. What a silly question. Don't you remember what you did to him? The portal's image suddenly changes scenes. I can only watch in horror as a figure who looks exactly like me summons an amethyst spear and impales Aslan through the stomach right where his guard was down. Tears begin pouring out of my eyes as I watch Aslan stagger back and cough up blood into his hands. His lips move as if they're calling my name for a second, but he eventually slumps over and lays motionless on the ground. A faint voice calls out from behind me, but the vision suddenly cuts off and I fall to the ground as well. The flames also extinguish in a burst of sparks that mirror my shattered heart. No, there's no way that's real. That's a goddamn lie! Aslan wouldn't be defeated so easily. He wouldn't, right? No way. But no matter how many times I deny it to myself, the reality of the situation continues to slowly seep in as the image of Aslan in a pool of blood burns itself into my mind. Aslan, you can't die! No! No! Please, no! I turn to the dark figure and all but plead on my knees. It's only a few moments before my limbs feel completely numb as I shake my head in complete desperation. You have the power to change this, don't you? Please do something. Please save him. I'll do anything. I beg you. My screaming cries echo through the space and eventually fade away into the never-ending darkness. The shadow suits me a twisted smile and sighs. Oh my, that expression on your face. The pain, the agony you're feeling. How beautiful. I feel a shiver run through my spine as I watch the figure lick its lips as if sizing up a dinner plate. But unfortunately, it's far too late for him now. He is gone. That is the mere truth of the matter. No, you're lying. He's not dead. He's not. My frame shakes as the image of a blood-soaked Aslan falling to the ground replays over and over again in my mind. The dark figure walks towards me and slowly grabs my hands. Whether you accept it or not doesn't change the truth. And the truth is, he is dead. Gone to meet with everlasting darkness. At your hand. My eyes widen as suddenly a pool of blood seems to stain my hands. I scream and try to wipe them desperately, but no matter what, they are permanently stained. Eventually, the last shred of hope holding myself together unravels and my entire body slumps against the cold ground. There, little one. No need for tears. You simply are the perfect vessel. You know that? I couldn't have stumbled onto better, truly. One mere look inside your heart was all it took to know that. I feel quite grateful, really. Vessel? What are you talking about? Why, and that's what you are, dearest. My perfect, sweet little vessel. The solo key to my resurrection and the newest victim of my web of dreams. Who are you? I guess I could tell you. You've really been so good to me, I figure maybe I could at least let you know that before you die. My true name is Arachnia. I am the Soul Spider, first of the Dark Triad. The Dark Triad? Thousands of years ago, before I was sealed away in this desolate chamber, I was a harbinger of death and destruction, a legacy known to all that remains as the Web of Dreams. And deception. Though I suppose the deception part was most accurate. I would show and promise all beings their most deepest desires, the dreams that their hearts ached and yearned for the most, and then string them into my web of eternal despair. Oh, little fireflies, gleaming ever so brightly, even in the face of utter darkness. And you, oh, you were the brightest of them all, Luna. You had a huge heart, but that heart was empty. You were nobody and had nothing in your life. No goals, no dreams, no one to love you or no one to love or love you back. You are and always were just a mere hollow vessel. An existence that is just too painful, isn't it? I mean, see for yourself. See all the pain you've caused. Images of Aslan, Agatha, Philly, and Merlot, beaten and bloody, flash into the previous portal, and I can't bear to look anymore. I turn my head to the other side and wish that everything would just be over already. Aren't you tired, little firefly? Aren't you just tired of all the pain? Don't you want to be set free? My dark form reaches over and caresses my cheek. Suddenly, I feel an overpowering sense of sleepiness. I want to be free from the pain. Yes, good girl. Darkness will free you from all the pain. Let the darkness take you away, and you will never have to feel pain ever again. I promise you. My eyes close as the shadow's words pull me down deeper and deeper below the surface. My consciousness continues to fade, and somehow, I just know that if I fall asleep now, I would never wake up again. But pain. I don't want to be in pain anymore. I'm so tired of all the pain. I just want to... What should I do?
Okay, so I'm guessing this is where I can get the other bad ending, because I know I somehow missed the other first bad ending earlier. I just don't know which chapter it is, but this is gonna be the other bad ending. And I would assume rejecting the darkness is going to get me to the good ending. It's an easy assumption to make.
Just as the darkness is about to engulf me forever, I hear a voice. It's muffled, and I can barely make out the words, but it calls out again. And again. Luna. Luna! Can you hear me? Through sheer force of will, I crack my eyes open a sliver. A faint light shines in the distance as someone's voice rings through the dark. Someone's talking to me? Luna, I know you're in there. Fight back. I know you can do it. No, I can't. It's too painful. Life is just pain. So much pain. Yes, you're right. Life. It's filled with pain. And at times, immense amounts of it. So much pain that you may never be able to see past it. But that's not the only thing there is to it. You and I know firsthand what else is there beyond pain, Luna. Beyond pain? That's right, because beyond pain, beyond the darkest nights of your existence, there is love and laughter and never-ending light. There is beauty and joy beyond your wildest dreams, and there is so much you have yet to discover. This voice, I know. This voice. It is far, far too early to give up, to give in to the pain. It always will be. If nothing else, no matter what life may have in store, one fact will always remain the same. The fact that I love you, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be with you. If we have to fight all the realms, then I shall fight at your side. Please, I need you, Luna. We all do. So don't you dare leave me! Aslan! In that moment, it's like my heart jump starts again. I bite my lip hard, and the sensation helps jolt me back to reality. Ha! Such foolishness! I'll put an end to that light myself. Suddenly, through the darkness, two small specks of light suddenly appear before me. I almost think I'm dreaming until it begins to spread as the voices grow louder and louder. Luna, it's me, Philia. Listen, you're the one who taught me what a true friend was. I can't imagine going on any other adventure unless you're there with us. So, come on, wake up, girl. Do you really want this crusty wannabe you to take over the world in your body? The light grows as another voice echoes out from inside of it. You are strong, Luna. I've witnessed it myself over the course of our adventures. You're not one to fall so easily. Please, believe in your own strengths. It's not just Master Aslan. I, too, am also waiting your return. We all are. They're right, dearie. You're a part of our family now. No matter what anyone says, you are truly a special girl who has brought us so much laughter and love. Your presence itself is like magic to us, and we don't wish to lose you either. They haven't got you under their complete control just yet. You can still fight back. So, dig deep, grab hold of the light, and return to us. Believe in your light! Before long, the voices become crystal clear, and tears spring to my eyes, but for a different reason. My friends, my beloved friends, Philia, Merlo, Agatha, and Aslan are all here and calling out for me. I grit my teeth and try to pull myself up, but the strings of web covering the ground suddenly converge and wrap around my body tighter, attempting to pull me back down. Why, you insolent little wretch! However, I reach my hand out and grab as a fistful of web strings all around. Grab as fistful. Oh, is it supposed to be a fistful? Of web strings all around me as I begin tearing it apart. Listen here, asshole! Yes, life is filled with pain. It sure damn is. And at times, there will be so much of it we can't see or focus on anything else. But I won't let you, or anyone, ever fool me into thinking that's all there is to it again. Because this story, my story, hasn't ended yet. In fact, it's only just beginning. And like hell, you're gonna stop me here. Summoning all the strength in my body, I finally tear away from the silk shackles that bind me and hurtle forward towards the light. I don't even look back at the shrill shriek behind me as I continue to run with all my might. I reach out my hand, and as I approach the light and leap through the portal. As I approach. Blah, blah, blah. Everything flashes white and I feel weightless for a second. It's a sensation I've grown accustomed to by now, but this time it finally feels like I'm arriving where I'm meant to be.
Okay, I was like, are we doing anything? Do I have to hit X?
My feet find purchase on solid ground. When I come to, I realize I've stepped right into the middle of what could only be described as a battlefield. Before I can even react, two blinding beams of magic ricochet off each other in mid-air in front of me, sending each crashing into opposing walls of the ancient chamber. The entire room shakes violently from the impact, sending a rain of small rocks and dust down from the crumbling ceiling. On one side, the dark form of me notices my presence and shoots me a venomous grin. Heh. You may have escaped my web, but alas, the true battle is far from over yet. The dark figure raises their hand above their head, charging up another magical blast. I look over to her target to spot Aslan, Agatha, and their two familiars crouched together on the ground. My legs almost give out in relief when I see that despite Aslan's heavy wound, he is still conscious and alert. However, he's leaning heavily against his grandmother for support.
Grandmother, I'm alright. Don't worry about me and protect the others.
Are you really in any condition to be saying that right now, young man? You can barely even stand up straight after the last spell.
But don't underestimate your elders.
Agatha reaches a hand out to deflect the bright purple beam hurled their way. It almost looks effortless until I notice beads of sweat forming on her brow as she huffs and brings her grandson closer to her side. Yeah! Don't worry! We've got this!
Master, you're in no condition to moving around. Oh, let us be the ones to protect you.
Philia and Merler also pipe up, but both of them look like they've reached their limit as they pant heavily from their spots on the ground. Heh, you all still have more fight in you than I expected. Well, it doesn't matter. And as for you, oh esteemed mistress of magic, you've been chasing me and my siblings long enough, Agatha. And now is a fine time to put an end to this game of cat and mouse, once and for all. And now, allow me to swallow you all and hold you dear in my web of darkness. The shadow sneers with a triumphant smile as they raise both arms above their head. A larger sigil, bearing resemblance to a spider, begins to form on their hands, and even I can tell that there would be absolutely no way to escape its deadly blast.
Luna, don't do what I think you're about to do. Don't do what I think you're about to do. Please don't do what I think you're about to do.
Bullshit! I won't let you lay a single hand on any of them this time! I scream at the top of my lungs and somehow an aura of bright light envelops my body.
That's...
Anybody know why Luna's glowing like that, or...?
She's not just glowing. She's radiating immense magical energy. Okay, so she had magic all along. Cool. It can't possibly be. That's the...
Something from inside Aslan's chest shines with the same blinding light, and the next moment, my chest begins to glow as well.
Wait, what? Is this a soulmates thing? Or... Oh my god, no, it's the fucking... The book?
My eyes widen as I hold out my hands as a familiar-looking book materializes in the air in front of me. The love spell! The heart-shaped jewel on the cover glitters as if as if in mutual recognition before the book floats down on my palms. The front cover flips open with a wash of sparkles, and I glance down as words begin to etch themselves inside, starting from the first page. And when the next page is filled, it turns to the next, and the next, and the next. The tomb rapidly fills with text, and my heart begins to race when I recognize the story that's being recorded inside. It's our story, the story of all the adventures Aslan and I shared in our time together. The frantic flipping stops as the book lands on its last page. The blank page begins to glow, and I sense a huge source of energy igniting and burning deep within my own heart. I look straight at the dark form of me, and I raise my hand, channeling all the newfound energy into my fingertips.
Why am I getting an error? Stop it, Streamlabs. I don't know if I read that. Whoopsie, sorry.
Maybe you were right. Maybe I was just empty inside before. But that's all in the past. Since then, I've met new people, I've grown, and I've opened my eyes. Before, I never knew the world could be so wide and with so many new horizons to explore and wonders to experience. But I also know there's still so much more. There's still so much more I want to discover, to learn, and to share. And Aslan, there are still words that I need to tell you too. I look towards the man that I love, who stares at me back, stunned.
Bruh! If you don't marry her after this, I'ma fuck you up!
Me too, damn it!
I grin and turn back to my target. I can't let the beautiful words we saw disappear, and I can't let everyone I love be destroyed. Not now. Not ever. 3 words suddenly ring out in my mind, and before I realize it, they're leaving my lips. Harmer, Vincent, Omnia! I shoot a beam out from my hands with all the power I could possibly muster. Such foolishness! As if a newly awakened witch would have the power to stop me. Not in 3 lifetimes over. The dark figure releases her own blast, and the 2 opposing energies crash together with a thunderous boom that nearly knocks us both off our feet. But I dig my heels into the stone and stand my ground.
Best I can. Why are you skipping frames? We are in the middle of a fucking dramatic moment. Stop it.
But I dig my heels into the stone and stand my ground the best I can. Do you even know who I am, foolish girl? I am the most powerful sorceress in the Dark Triad. Cease this at once, and I may spare your pathetic life yet. Never! You're gonna go down, even if it's the last thing I do! The Dark Sorceress clicks her tongue and adds even more power to her blast. I stumble back a step. I begin to pant as sweat forms on my forehead from the force I'm exerting to keep her at bay. Slowly but surely, our deadlock is broken as her violet beam slowly begins to overtake mine, inch by inch. Inch by inch. Not so tough now, are we, little firefly? You failed to protect the ones you loved the first time, and now you'll watch them die again.
I'm adding words.
Ha! The Dark Sorceress unleashes the full extent of her power as my own magic is eaten up faster and faster. No, I can't afford to fail. Not here. Not now. The stinging of tears feel hot in the back of my eyes as I watch my magical power being devoured. My shoulders slump, and my heart begins to waver as I suddenly feel my energy waning.
Alright, come on. Aslan's gonna, go and, be like, oh, let me support you, and, combine his magic with hers or something. Yeah.
Damn it, no! I've come so far! Not now, not now, please! I don't care what happens to me. I just want to protect them all.
Oh my god. Please stop skipping frames. I'm in the middle of dramaticness. Why are you like this? Okay, restart the program so hopefully it won't skip frames. It's been doing so fine so far.
Please, just let me.
Don't you dare give up!
Suddenly, a gentle yet firm hand clasps down on my shoulder.
We have to do cliches and I love it.
I look over to see Aslan standing behind me with his ever-patient smile and surprisingly non-fucked up for avatar frame.
Suddenly he looks so much better.
The one that always assured me everything was going to be okay. Aslan,
I told you, didn't I? No matter what happens, I will fight at your side.
I blink my tears away and nod. Aslan smiles back before he places his hand over mine, and we turn to face our final foe together. Immediately, I can feel a warm yet intense rush of power seeping through from his hand into mine.
Hey, don't you forget about us. Merlo and I may be small, but we pack a magical punch.
Quickly, let's all combine our magic together. One for all and all for one.
Philia and Merlo fly up in front of us and also place their flippers in our hands. The four of us share a unified grin before we yell in unison with all of our might. Armor! Vincent! Omnia! Suddenly, everything is covered in a blinding white light.
Screaming. Not screaming. Sorry. Why? Why are you skipping frames still? You literally have been so good.
You won't get away with this! My brothers, they will avenge.
Screaming me.
After it feels like a lifetime, the light finally subsides just as fast as it came. With only the sound of our heavy breathing echoing through the stone chamber, we all gaze at the empty spot the dark sorceress just stood in moments ago. There is a faint cracking sound, and when I look down, I spot the remnants of a shattered crystal spider still twitching slightly on the ground. Agatha walks up from behind us to examine the remains. Her lips are pulled into a grim line? As she kneels and holds a hand over the shards. The soul spider. To think she was hiding herself inside you all of this time. Well, I suppose that's one of the Dark Triad down for the count. However, 2 yet remain at large. Did you just say 2?
That's usually what it means by a triad, dear.
You mean there's more of these crazy evil freaks? I gulp at Agatha's ominous words, but her face lights up instantly as she stands up.
Hey, Aslan's wounded. Probably gravely. Maybe we should treat him and talk later.
Well, that's a problem for another day, yes? Let's focus on celebrating our survival today, shall we?
Why? Why are you skipping frames?
Stop it.
Ah. Fine. Just gonna do that. Okay, restarted my computer. Hopefully it should be fine now, maybe. If not, I guess I'm just gonna have to deal. I'm sorry. Every other episode's been fine, but apparently this episode, when I'm trying to make it the final episode, decides it's gonna be crap. Already read that. Goodness, quite the battle, I must say. I haven't broken a sweat like that in centuries. How are you all feeling, my dears? I don't know. Your grandson has a gaping wound in his fucking stomach. How do you think he feels?
All of a sudden, my legs give out in relief.
Luna, be careful. Whoa!
Aslan tries to grab my arm, but it's too late and both of us are sent tumbling down together. The world spins in a blurry disarray for a second, but when I come to, I find myself safe in Aslan's embrace as the two of us lay on the ground together.
I am so freaking tired. Ugh.
Hold on, Ophelia. Get yourself together. You're gonna fall if you don't keep... Gah! I guess he's just magically cured.
Okay.
I giggle as the two exhausted little penguins plop down beside us. I turn my head to look at Aslan's face, and I can't help but ask, Aslan, is this really you? Is it really over now? The wizard smiles and nods.
Yes, Luna. It's me. You're not too hurt, are you?
I've seen better days, but I'm alive. But wait, Aslan, your wound! Aslan chuckles at my flustered panic and squeezes my shoulder.
Okay. I mean, should still probably have blood and shit on you. Probably, maybe, I don't know, magic, I guess. Don't worry, I've already closed it with magic. The worst is over. I'll just need some time to rest and regain my strength after all this.
Oh, thank God. I'm so relieved you're okay. I'm sorry. All of this is... However, Aslan places a finger on my lips as if to silence me before shooting me a knowing smile.
You have nothing to apologize over. Rather, it should be all of us who should be extending our gratitude to you. Thank you, Luna, for saving me. For saving all of us. Without your courage and strength, I truly don't believe we'd be here right now.
No, Aslan. Thank you. You came to save me again, didn't you? I don't think I would have made it through if you never called out to me. I feel Aslan shift his way as he stares down into my eyes with a fond sincerity that makes my heart swell.
We're hopeless, you and I.
Yeah, I think we kinda are. But I wouldn't have it any other way.
I agree.
Goodness,
Lost stuff in your own little world again, are we? Or have you two forgotten you're not exactly alone yet?
Aslan and I seem to blink and realize everyone else is in the rooms and staring at us with smug expressions as we stand ourselves up.
Man, you guys got it bad. Like, bad. Like, about to make out on the dirty dungeon floor after a huge fight. Bad.
Philia, I believe discretion is advised for times like these.
Hey, don't go sticking that nasty flipper in my face. You reek of sweat. Like, ew, bro. Take a bath, Perlo.
I do not smell, and you're one to talk. You're covered in dirt.
A chuckle rings out from both Aslan and I as the familiar sight of Philia and Merlot arguing seems to bring out that everything is finally okay again. Agatha lets out a sigh as she pats some dust off her dress before motioning over towards us. There we go, words. Reading comprehension, not my thing. Why am I getting so many... Sorry, my computer's just decided, hey, now's a good time for some notifications. And I hate it. Okay. Is this centered? Yes. Okay. Alright, you two. That's certainly enough excitement for one night, wouldn't you say? And besides, I know when to take my leave. I'll head back to the cottage first to prepare. Philia, Merlot, come with me.
You got it, Master.
As you command, my mistress. And when you two get home, well, there will be a warm piece of pie waiting with your name on it, Luna. Aslan and I eventually rise to our feet after Agatha and the penguins vanish in a burst of sparkles. Wait, can I really go back with you all? I suddenly look into Aslan's eyes with a glimmer of hope shining in my own. Yes, it seems there's a lot we must get in order after what has transpired tonight. But, to be honest, even if that wasn't the case, I don't think there's a force in this universe strong enough to keep me from you at this moment. No matter what happens, no matter what the future holds, I'll always be right here with you, Luna. I love you.
He's so cute.
Outside, the sun is beginning to rise after the long, dark night. The breathtaking pastel hues illuminate the sky and the path that leads to our new future together. And hand in hand, alongside the wizard who cast a spell over my heart, we welcome the magic of a new dawn together.
Alright, didn't end cool. I mean, technically, I still hopefully have the epilogue. Hopefully, I unlock that. Didn't quite end the way I was expecting it to. To be honest. Yeah. That's kind of unusual. Normally, achievements are in the bottom corner, but that's fine. That was my name. I saw my name. Yeah, I got the secret ending! Fuck yeah! Yes! Boom! I'm awesome! But, no, okay, I'm gonna continue this and then I'll speak more things. Your story's not alright, the magic continues. Yeah, I got the super secret ending! Yes! I don't normally get things on the first try. It helps that this was very tropey to shoujo manga, and I love shoujo manga, and just I love it. Anyway, epilogue. Okay, stop nerding out, you nerd. Oh, no. Ah, god damn it.
I wave my hand, and the candle sitting on the desk ignites with a small, flickering flame that lights up the towering stack of textbooks surrounding me. It's been a few weeks after our last epic battle in the ruins, and my life as I knew it has changed drastically ever since then. After Aslan, Philia, Merlin, and I finally made it back to the cabin, Agatha immediately set some tea out for us and began to explain what transpired. As I was saying, our foe tonight was no ordinary sorceress. She was, in fact, one of the 3 leaders of the Dark Triad, a group of magical beings who have given in to the temptation of the forbidden arts and used dark magic. They are one of the biggest threats to the peace of all the realms, and I've been tracking them down for quite some time now. But with one finally down for the count, well, it's at the very least quite a load off my shoulders. However, there's still 2 even more powerful dark wizards out there. Nevertheless, it is indeed a topic for another day.
Mental note for me, come back to that.
Agatha narrows her eyes for a brief second before she looks over to me and softens. The elderly witch reaches out and places her hand over mine. As for you, my dear, the truth is, I had begun to suspect it after our very first encounter, but evidently, yes, you do indeed possess magical prowess, and quite a bit of it, if the power you unleashed earlier was of any indication.
Agatha? Why not say something earlier to be like, well,
I mean, you do have magic. You could stay here and I could train you if you want, because you're very determined to come here.
I guess I understand, because she probably wants to be like, oh no, go back to your normal life, but god damn it.
But I'm human, aren't I? How's that possible?
Well, truth be told, there's a myriad of theories that can be explored here,
but you might be surprised to hear this isn't the first time a human awakens as a witch or a wizard. Granted, it is quite a rare occurrence indeed. In the human realm, only the most extraordinary individuals throughout history have been able to heed the call of magic. Though, I must admit I'm not surprised in the least, for you, my dear Luna, are quite extraordinary. I bite my lip and think back to the moment we pulverized the dark shadow. Agatha smiles and takes her hand back to raise her cup for a sip of hot tea.
Thinking back now, perhaps your, latent? Wow. Your latent magical abilities might have been what attracted Aslan and I to Bastoria Town in the first place. My, but I digress. We've all had quite a long night, haven't we? And I'm sure this is all quite a big amount to take in right now. Let's all get some proper rest and we can discuss it again in the morning. How does that sound? All of us at the table murmur in agreement, too exhausted to ask more, and retreat for the night. After that, Agatha decided to take me under her wing and has been helping me hone my Latin magical skills as I travel between this world and my original one. It was admittedly a bit difficult to get the hang of it at first, but now, within just a few short weeks, I'm already able to cast a few simple spells. Fenny Liper. I raise my arm toward the bookshelf to the side, and one of the tomes rises and floats over to my hand. I giggle as I grab it from the air, still feeling a bit giddy at my newfound power, even if it is still elementary by magical standards. As I open the new tome, I failed to notice someone approaching me from behind until a steaming cup is placed on the desk beside me. I look up from the page to see Aslan standing just behind as he peers over my shoulder. "Oh, Aslan, you're back! How was class today?" "It was just fine, but I tried my very best to hurry back as soon as I heard you had come home. My apologies if I startled you." "Actually, you didn't. I sensed you the second before you knocked on the front door downstairs." "Oh my, someone's abilities are growing quite fast, it seems. How impressive. I'll have you know, I couldn't properly sense anyone's presence until I was a teenager. It's no easy feat. But wait, have you been studying the whole time since you've returned here?" "Yes, sir. Philia told me that this is the tome that'll teach me how to make giant fireballs, so I'm chowing it down like it's lunch." Well, I admire your enthusiasm. It is important to take breaks, you know? I know, but I just can't stop. Everything's just so fascinating and cool and new. I seriously want to keep learning as much as I can. Aslan's eyes widen slightly before he breaks out into his own smile. Well, who would have thought? Luna, you might be more of an academic type than you let on. Oh, these two nerds. Maybe. I guess once you find something you're actually passionate about, you just can't help yourself. I know exactly what you mean, truly. On that note, do you need any help understanding anything? Yes, actually. So, there's this one paragraph here with a rune that has me stumped. Aslan removes his cloak and hangs it on the back of a chair, which he pulls up beside me. I point at the page that I'm stuck on, and he gently begins to run over the details. However, his entire explanation is lost on me, as my entire focus shifts to the view of his side profile in the candlelight. In the weeks that followed, Aslan ultimately decided to take on the position as a professor at the academy. Of course, all of us were thrilled, but that also inevitably meant Aslan's schedule suddenly became so packed we weren't able to see each other as much as before. We still found moments and made time for each other here and there, but it's been a while since the two of us had any time alone like this. And now, seeing him here and feeling his presence right next to me, I realized just how much I missed him. Did you understand that explanation? I could go over it again if you need me to. This rune is a bit trickier than most for beginners. Huh? Oh, yeah, I totally got it. I'm sorry, Luna. Huh? For what? I look up, caught off guard as the sudden shift in tone. Aslan sighs and places his hand over mine. And just the simple warmth from his touch lights up my heart. I'm sorry we haven't been able to see each other much recently. I've missed you too. Believe me. I soften, but my cheeks immediately flush when I realize he must have caught my staring. No, it's okay. It can't be helped. I mean, you are a super cool professor of magic at a super cool academy now, so of course you're busy. Really, I understand. I totally do. But I also can't help but miss you, you know? A lot. A lot. Aslan squeezes my hand in his and brings his chair closer. Well, I'm here right now, and the others shouldn't be back for a while, so... Aslan brings a hand up and grazes my cheek with the back of his fingers. The light caress feels ticklish, but sends a shiver down my spine as the wizard runs his thumb softly over my lips. May I? Aslan's voice is nearly a whisper as he gazes into my eyes. Butterflies flutter when it clicks and I nod wordlessly, letting my eyes fall shut naturally. It's silent for a beat as our hearts thrum and sing, and in the next moment, I feel Aslan press his lips against mine. The kiss is sweet at first, almost timid, but as our bodies recognize each other, it instinctively grows deeper and deeper until I'm grasping at the fabric of Aslan's shirt, desperately trying to bring him closer. We manage to pull apart for a second, and I mumble his name. I missed him. I missed him so much. Aslan. You say you miss me, but you truly have no idea how much I miss you every single day. Every moment apart is torture, and even when I'm doing my best to be what others expect of me, all I want to do is desperately be by your side. I'm sorry. It seems I'm really quite selfish when it comes to you, Luna. I'm just glad that makes the two of us. In response, Aslan captures my lips again and wraps his arm around my waist, hoisting me onto his lap. He pulls me impossibly close until our bodies are practically melded together. Tombs and scrolls topple over to the floor around us, but the only thing we're thinking of is each other. In between breathless kisses, Aslan rests his forehead on my head as he cups my cheek to look at him. Luna, please. I can't hold back any longer. I'm going to go insane. I want you. Yoo-hoo! Dearie, are you up there? At the sudden thumping of the door, Aslan and I jump apart immediately, nearly falling out of our seats. We glance at each other, both panting and both completely red in the face. I look over to the door and try to collect myself before I call back. Yes? I'm here. Something marvelous just arrived for you. Quickly now, come out and have a look-see. Okay. Coming, Master. Aslan, I think we should... And then she wonders why I never visit. Aslan? Oh, right. Let's go. Aslan reaches over to grab my hand, avoiding eye contact. But I can't help but giggle when I notice the tips of his ears are still a tinted red as he leads me outside. Outside, we immediately spot Philia, Merlo, and Agatha all standing together just a little ways down the path. We wave as we approach, and Philia flies over with a trail of sparkles.
Luna! Guess what? Guess what? You'll never believe... Wait a sec. Why are your faces so red?
No, reason?
Uh-huh. Right. Sure.
Master Aslan, Luna, you've both arrived. Come over quickly. We've received a most exciting announcement. As we approach, Agatha... As we approach Agatha and Merlo, I notice an envelope in the Sage Witch's hands. It's pure white minus a silver wax seal with an intricate design imprinted on its center. Aslan's eyes widen when he notices the letter as well. Wait a minute. That seal is... Oh, I see you're home too for the big news, Aslan. Perfect. Agatha smiles and holds the envelope out for me. It's an invitation to the fucking school. Luna, this is for you, my dear. I tilt my head and take the letter. I open it carefully and unfold the page inside. Congratulations. You have been selected to attend the Royal Academy of Wizardry and Witchcraft for our full-time program majoring in magical studies. We look forward to your response and to welcome you to the vast world of magic. Wait, is this real? Does this mean I get to stay here and study with all of you from now on? My eyes flicker back and forth, scanning the words at the top of the page over and over again as my heart races to new heights. Why, yes. Yes, it certainly does, my dear. Truth be told, I actually put in a few good words for you with the admissions council. And so did one of the Academy's newest and most esteemed professors of wizardry. Isn't that right, Aslan? Agatha winks at me and nudges her grandson, who smiles and scratches the back of his head bashfully. Sorry we didn't tell you beforehand, Luna, but we wanted to keep it a surprise. I jumped straight into Aslan's arms, nearly toppling him over. This is amazing! Thank you so much! You're very welcome. I'm glad you're just as enthused as I am. I mean, of course I am! I can't believe this is really happening. Me, being a student at the Academy. Wait, does this mean I'll become a full-fledged... Wait, does this mean I'll really become a full-fledged witch for real? Yes indeed, dearie. And I have a feeling you'll become a marvelous one at that. Thank you, Agatha. Truly, thank you so much. Oh, don't thank me yet. The real work begins now. I won't be going easy on you, my little apprentice. Say, why don't we fly over and give you a tour on the campus right away? It's quite a remarkable sight if I say so myself.
Hell yeah, let's go! Luna, I'll totally show you all the good napping spots for when you want to skip class. I mean, what?
I'd love to. Agatha and Aslan exchange smiles as each conjure a broomstick in their hands. The two penguins hop on their master's backs as they move to straddle their brooms. Aslan reaches out his hand, and I take it gratefully as I take a seat behind him. Alright, are you all ready?
Hell yeah, let's go!
Affirmative, Masters. I must admit I'm quite excited too. It's been ages since we've returned to the Academy. Aslan glances back at me and I nod excitedly. I wrap my arms around his waist and press my cheek against his back with the biggest smile on my face. Yes, I'm so excited for this brand new adventure, especially with all of you here by my side. Then there isn't a moment to waste. Ready, everyone? Up we go! At once, we've taken off from the ground and laughter rings through the air as all of us fly across the starry sky together. Behind us, the moon shines brightly as if guiding our way towards a new dawn and a new destination. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, I mean, I'm not completely done yet. I do have to get through the bad endings. But I will quickly go through that. Because I'm not... I want to end it on a good note, not do the bad endings now, but Steam achievements. So, I will give my final thoughts here, and then after this will be bad endings in case you want to click off from here and not want to watch any of the sad stuff. But I'm very happy that this finally came out. As I said before, I am on their Patreon, and I've been, following the progress ever since I joined up. And it's been so nice. It's so nice that this is here. This exists. And I finished it. It was so cute. As I've mentioned plenty of times before, it's basically like reading a shoujo manga, and I love it. There were some plot holes, and obviously the grammar and, I don't know, something in the programming or whatever got a little wonky, but, shit happens. But I love it. The art's pretty, the music's really good, and it fit every single atmosphere really nice. And the art's really pretty. I'm sorry, I'm just a loser for art. These two nerds are just so cute. I love them. The one thing I'm very sad about is that we did not get to hear about Philly's obsession with cheese. Because in what I vaguely remember from the main 4 routes is that it was just a point with her where she was just like, oh my god, cheese. So, that was I was looking forward to that, but that's fine. But I'm so happy that this exists and it's here and I've played it. It's so cute. Yay! Yay! Just. Yay! I'm having a hard time remembering. Did I get all 4 CGs? For some reason, I can only count to 3 CGs. I'm gonna check in the gallery real quick before I... Eh? Oh, there's more! There's more! Huh? Oh my, it seems a portal to another world has appeared on the main menu screen. Huh, maybe you should go check it out? Oh. Okay. One moment. Okay, so the last thing counts as a CG. Okay. Okay, so the portal to another world, I have a feeling that when I click it, it's gonna be like a preview for another DLC route that I don't know if they're actually working on right now or not. Because with the base game, there was such a high demand for Sergio. Because everyone was like, why can't we romance him? Whatever. He was very popular. And the team, I don't really know how to fully pronounce it. It keeps saying it in the intro, but that means nothing to me. But they're like, okay, you know, when we get enough patrons, we will, you know, do a DLC route for him. And that was announced, if I remember correctly, before this was ever announced. But we get Aslan. We don't get Sergio yet. Unless they are actually working on it, I don't know if they have enough patrons. But they've also recently announced another DLC route that they're also conjuring. Which I had made a note to come back to. I don't remember what it was, or who it was, but I wonder if it is one of the 2 dark sorcerers of the Triad. That would become a love interest, which would then give us a villain love interest, which, hey, I wouldn't complain about. I don't know. That's me guessing. I don't really remember a lot about their announcement, to be honest. But, yeah, just... I'm very happy that this exists. I like it. I love it. I can't state it enough. But, please go support them, because I want there to be more stuff. And like I said, like, if they get enough patrons, they're gonna do a Sergio route. And, I don't know what goal they have for the next DLC route beyond that. But, you know, follow and find out. They have another game that's in the works right now, which is Peachleaf Valley, which I have helped backed because it's so fucking cute and pretty. So, you know, just go support them. Support them so I can continue playing their stuff, because I want more. Anyway, enough about me being a nerd. Again, if you don't want to continue on past this point because it is just going to be bad endings, I understand. That being said, I kind of am curious. Not that I fully remember all of my choices, but I wonder how many points I ended up with. Okay, so Agree to help the knight, did that. Cherry Blossom, got that. Go left, I ended up changing to that. Of course I do, I think is what I did. Press on to help the captain, did that. Kiss him, confess feelings, got that, got that. Interject, got that. Play along, got that. She did leave something in Merlot, I did change it to Merlot. And reject the darkness. Okay, so it actually, if you get less than 7 points, you get good ending but without epilogue. So. Alright, I guess let's go into bad endings. And then I will go to the Sergio thing. To end on a good thing. So I can stop crying. Okay, so, fuck, which save do I need to load? This bad ending? Fuck, I just had this and I already put it away, damn it. Episode 8. Which was which one again? Interject or stay silent. Okay. Somehow this leads to bad ending. 1. Okay.
I can't bring myself to say anything as I turn my gaze to the floor.
As I was saying, Grandmother, while we appreciate the thought, it's best for Luna to head home as quickly as she can. It's what's best for all of us, I'm sure.
I see. Very well then, if that's how you both truly feel in the matter. I won't press you. To be truthful, the final ingredient is ready, and I have it on me at the moment, so... If there are no further objections, then we could send Luna home right now.
Okay, so this bad ending is going to be her going home and normal life and blah blah.
Aslan's eyes trail over to me briefly as if to gauge my reaction, but I can't bring myself to meet his gaze, because I know that if I do, I'll crumble apart into pieces right here. All I hear is the wizard's soft sigh as he speaks on my behalf.
Yes, I think it's for the best.
At once, a familiar glowing circle appears under my feet as the sorcerers in front of me begin chanting. Tears threaten to spill out from my eyes as all I want to do is cry out, but I bite my lip, putting on the bravest face I can. Thank you, all of you, for everything. I guess this is goodbye. Even the usual cheery penguins can't bring themselves to say anything, and it only amplifies the regret coursing through my heart. As the wind gets louder around me, and the glowing glows brighter, in the last second, my eyes meet Aslan's. I watch as he stares at me with an expression almost as if he were hoping I'd say something, anything to stop what was happening. As the growing lights reach their brightest, he takes a sudden step towards me and reaches out to me.
Luna, wait,
Aslan!
Aslan, wait, you mustn't!
But as I reach out my own hand to grab hold of his, all turns white. I toss and turn uncomfortably under the sheets as my eyes suddenly open and I shoot straight up from my bed. My breathing is heavy, and I wince as my eyes take a moment to adjust to the bright morning light. Recognizing the familiar sight of my bedroom around me, I let out a sigh of relief. Phew, it was just a nightmare. I lift a hand to wipe the thin sheen of sweat that had formed above my brow, but a sudden sharp pain thrums in my head. Ow, my head! Just what happened to me last night? I rack my muddled brain for a moment, but nothing comes up except a dark, disorienting blur. And the harder I try to recall, the harder my head starts to pound. Only the faintest traces of familiar faces, foreign places, weightless sensations. But all of it vanishes like smoke through my fingers the moment I almost grasp them in my mind's eye. Ugh, man, this is one hell of a hangover. I sit up and freeze as the word at the word hangover, as if an invisible switch has gone off somewhere inside me. Hangover? Wait, was I at the bar last night? My eyebrows furrow as I try to think back, but there's only the same dense fog blocking my mind from before. I shake my head to clear my thoughts and glance at the calendar on my wall. I let out a sigh of relief as it says it's the weekend. Well, at the very least, I don't have to drag myself to class in this state. I sit in bed for a few more minutes as a strange nagging sensation creeps up in the back of my mind. I can't quite put my finger on it, but for some reason, it feels like I'm forgetting something. Something really important. But no matter how much I ponder on it, nothing seems to come to mind. Well, whatever. If I forget about it, then it wasn't that important to begin with, right? I try my best to shake the unnerving feeling off and recollect myself. I decide to get out of bed anyways, and I take my time freshening up before heading outside for some much-needed fresh air. The golden rays of the morning sun feel nice against my skin as I walk down the familiar streets of Pastoria town. I don't have a particular destination in mind, but my body freezes the moment my eyes land on a familiar building just down the road. It's the bar that I've visited and drowned my sorrows away in countless times before. I normally wouldn't drop by so early in the day, but yet I find my feet unconsciously taking me towards its entrance. I don't know why my heart is pounding so fast in my chest as I stare at the wooden door. All my nerves are standing on end, but I manage to swallow them down and slowly open the door. The bell attached to the door jingles lightly, signaling my arrival. As expected, the place is pretty much empty this time of day, save for a few patrons seated at the booth here and there. I look over to the bar counter to find it unmanned and vacant as well. I cautiously make my way over and take a seat. The sound of my stool scraping the floor must have alerted the staff as I suddenly hear footsteps approaching from behind the back door. I hold my breath and ball my hands into fists in my lap as the door swings open and the bartender walks out. Except, it's a face I've never seen before.
Hi there, welcome. What can I get for ya?
I blink at the question. Wait, what? I furrow my eyebrows as I stare at the stranger. Glancing at his familiar formal uniform, I can't help but blurt out. Sorry if this sounds rude, but wasn't there another bartender working here? Or something? The bartender's eyes flash of recognition as he scratches the back of his head.
Right, yeah. I heard there was a guy here before me, but I don't know much about him, to be honest.
I get a sudden flash in my mind of pink and emerald, followed immediately by the image of a kind smile. But it's all gone in an instant.
Oh, wow. She kinda like forgot him.
I see. And this guy, any idea what happened to him?
Dunno. All I heard is apparently he just stopped showing up to work one day, and well, here I am. Anyways, what can I get for... Whoa! Are you crying, miss?
I jump up, startled, when I realize tears have begun welling and falling from my eyes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's come over me. I try to brush it off with a laugh, but that same uncomfortable feeling gnaws at my insides again. That feeling that somehow I've forgotten something incredibly important. I quickly bring a hand up to wipe away the tears and smile as I get out of my seat. Sorry. Actually, I think I'll just go.
Alright, not a problem. Take care out there.
Thanks. You too. I stagger my way back toward the exit, but just before I grab the doorknob to leave, I turn back one last time. The silhouette of a man that felt so familiar yet so far, flashes behind the counter. But when I blink, all traces of that shadow are gone, as if it never existed in the first place. Was it my imagination from this morning? Or maybe it was... was it my nightmare from this morning? Or maybe it was just my imagination? With one last shake of my head, I walk back out into my regular everyday life in Pastoria town, never once knowing the true price it cost me.
Okay, so she like... Ow! She forgot him. Ow! Oh, man. Okay. That's not what I meant to do! I was trying to thank you. See, I guess that's what I was kind of expecting to happen with, like, the good ending. Like, she'd be sent back to her time, but, like, they'd find each other and she'd remember somehow. I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining about how it ended, don't get me wrong, just... That's kind of more of what I was expecting for... kind of for the good ending, but it makes sense to have it as a bad ending. Because, ow. Okay, we're gonna embrace the darkness.
Just as the darkness is about to engulf me forever, I hear a voice. However, it's muffled, and I can't make out the words as my consciousness sinks deeper and deeper into the abyss. Aslan, I'm so... sorry. The last thing I remember is Aslan's soft smile flashing my mind's eye before I fade away past the point of return. Back in the ruins, the two magical beings look at each other as they sense a shift in which makes their hearts plummet. Luna! Her presence. It's gone. No, it can't be. Luna! Stop, Aslan. You know you shouldn't move in this state. No, let me go, grandmother. I have to save her. The wizard tries to pry off his grandmother's hands, who are holding him back, but he crumples to the floor again as the last of his strength leaves him. The three others exchange desperate glances. Aslan, it might still be possible to save Luna. If all of us combine the last of our powers, we may still be able to dislodge her soul and send her home. However, it will take an extremely large amount of magic, and after that, even I'm not sure if or how we will make it out of here. Is that how far your resolve to save her runs? I would happily give my life if it meant saving her, but I can't ask you all to give yours too.
It's alright. I really care about Luna too. I want to save her too. Please!
Luna is part of our family now. I don't think I could live with myself if I left her behind either. I'm sorry. And thank you. All of you. No matter what, I wish to keep my promise to her. To protect her. Very well. Let us pray our magic may reach her yet still, and that we may all come out of this with our own lives. All of you, gather round. We only have one shot at this, so make it count. The four turn to face the dark sorceress and all hold their hands together. A huge amount of energy builds up which shakes the walls of the aging chamber. Now, everyone, all together. Solitus. Septimus. Disparty! The cracked stone of the ceiling begins to crumble, sending the entire structure tumbling down. And soon, everything washes over with an overpowering light. I'm not going to read this if it's going to be the exact same. Just a nightmare. It happened to me last night at the... Okay, so I think it might be, like, overall the same, that she's in her world, but it's just whether or not it costs her memories or their lives.
Okay, yeah, it's the same. It's just whether or not... Okay. Oh. You know what? I don't know which one actually hits worse. Anyway. So that's that. I'm gonna go to the Sergio thing now, which I'm hoping is just going to be a preview of his thing.
Yeah, Sergio.
Secret ending. Cause, yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be like the prelude. Okay. Just as I bring my pen's tip to touch the blank page of the book in front of me, I pause. A sudden yawn escapes me, followed by an overwhelming sense of sleepiness as I rub my tired eyes. Wait, what was I doing again? Oh, right. I was gonna write someone's name in this weird book, but... Yawn. Oh gosh, I'm so sleepy all of a sudden. Another yawn escapes me, and I feel my eyelids droop down towards the pink glittering book in front of me. You know, this book looks like it'd be a great pillow for a nap. A nap? Oh, that sounds so nice right now. Yeah, I think I'll just take a little short nap. Right here. Right now. I'm sure no one will mind. As I slowly close my eyes and bring my head downwards toward the counter in front of me, a sudden tug on my shoulder, followed by an annoyingly loud voice, causes me to wince. Ew. Hang on. Can I whistle? It's probably not that loud, is it? A little bit better. Well, hello there, gorgeous. How you doing, baby? You having a nice time tonight? Uh-huh. Who the heck are you? You're not a pillow. A pillow? I ain't no pillow. But I can be yours all night long. Ew. Ugh, so loud. The alcohol swirling in my system starts working against me as I feel my eyesight start to go hazy and sounds begin to blend together. As the man next to me keeps yapping, I can't but grumble as I try to lower my head down on the counter again. However, another loud, lecherous laugh in my ear causes me to groan as the stench of alcohol wafts off the creep now, slinging his arm around my shoulder. So, what do you say then, cute stuff? How about we get out of here and end the night at my place? Huh? No, I want to take a nap. A nap? Here? Gosh, you must be more drunk than me if you want to take a nap here, little lady. But come on, let's go and... Ugh, you're so freaking loud! Can you shut up? Eh? What the hell's your problem, lady? I was just trying to be nice. Well, you're not nice, buddy. You're loud and annoying, and your breath smells like something died in it. I hear a few chuckles and snorts ring out from the other patrons, but I can't really register what's going on as I simply point a drunken finger at the man in front of me. However, I fail to notice the creep's face turning red from anger and embarrassment as he growls under his breath. Why, you little... Come here, we're leaving. I nearly stumble out of the bar stool as the man forcefully yanks my arm and begins pulling me with him, despite my feeble protests. My vision blurs from the sudden movement, when suddenly, a large silhouette obstructs the door. Eh? Who the hell are you, buddy? Move out of the damn way. You're blocking the door. You have 2 seconds to let go of her. 1. 2 seconds? For what, pal? The hell are you gonna do? Wrong button. 2. Screaming. Even from my disoriented state, I can hear a faint crack as the hand tugging me forward suddenly lets me go.
Seconds later, something feels as if it's being thrown past me as the sounds of glass shattering echo through the entire bar. I bring a hand to my head, now throbbing painfully from the onslaught of loud clamoring as I mutter out a small groan. Suddenly, my knees start to give out as my vision begins to leave me completely. But instead of the cold, hard floor, I feel two gentle yet strong arms envelop me and hold me upright.
Hey, you alright?
My head spins and I can't bring myself to answer. I try to crane my head up to look towards the voice speaking to me, but as I do, the rest of my consciousness begins to slip away. The last thing I remember is the sensation of warm arms holding me up, along with the faint scent of a unique cologne I've never smelled before. One almost reminiscent of freshly fallen snow. My teeth chatter as I groggily toss and turn under my covers. Shivers run up and down my arms as I do my best to somehow bring my blankets even closer to my body, but to no avail. It's so cold. After a few more minutes, I feel my patience run thin to the sound of my own trembling that I won't let me fall back asleep. I throw my covers off, shooting straight up from bed with an annoyed groan and stomp over to the AC unit while hugging myself. Man, what's going on in here? It's freezing! Who the hell turned off the heat in the middle of... summer? I suddenly stop to look outside my window to catch the sight of several cicadas perched under the shade of a vibrant green tree. My gaze pans over to my wall calendar with today's date, and sure enough, it's a bright summer day in mid-July. I blink in confusion for a few seconds before I glance back at my AC unit, only to see a completely normal room temperature reading. However, another shiver runs down my spine as I hug myself tighter. Am I coming down with something? Why the heck am I so cold? Even my nose feels a bit runny as I sniffle while glancing around my room for a jacket, when suddenly... my phone alarm starts ringing incessantly from my bedside table. I reach over to silence the obnoxious ringing when a loud gasp escapes me as I notice the date and time displayed. Shit! It's a weekday! I'm totally gonna be late for class at this rate! Ugh, not again! Damn it, and my head is killing me too! Why can't I just have one peaceful morning? The sounds of my own frustrations are muffled as I nearly trip over myself, rushing to get ready to start the day. I clutch my bag closer and bite down on the half-eaten piece of toast in my mouth as I run down the street towards my bus stop. As I make my way down the familiar street corners, I can't help but pan my gaze up as I notice a darkening sky above me. That's weird. It was super sunny outside barely half an hour ago. And maybe it's gonna rain later? Should have grabbed an umbrella, but way too late for that now. My feet skid to a stop as I reach my bus stop and glance down at the time on my phone. Phew, made it in record time today. If I'm lucky, I might just make it before class starts. But, hey, wait a sec. The bus is usually always here by this hour. Oh, great. Don't tell me it's running late today of all days. Oh, just perfect. I let out an anxious sigh as I spin my gaze in every direction in hopes of spotting the bus, but there's no sign of it anywhere. I bite the inside of my cheek while pacing around the stop for a few quiet moments. Welp, nothing to do but wait, I guess. Not like I have any hopes of making it to campus on foot at this hour. Hoping to take my mind off the nerves and the dull throb aching in the back of my head, I glance down at my phone and as I start scrolling through social media. After a few minutes, my phone jingles as a message notification from Enoch comes in. I find myself stifling back a laugh as a funny anime meme pops up in our chat window, but as I bring my thumbs up to type back a message, a small, delicate-looking flake slowly falls onto my phone screen. Huh? A snowflake? Just as I turn my gaze up, I flinch when another small snowflake lands right on top of my nose.
Oh no. It's the digital world coming to say hi and making you a digidestined.
It's soon followed by another, and another. And when I look up, the entire sky is filled with a shower of white. Wait, am I seriously lucid dreaming right now? Or is it actually snowing? Just as I begin to wonder if I'm the only one experiencing this, my gaze pans over to notice other passerbys looking up at the sky with equally shocked expressions. Around us, cars begin to slow down as people come out of their homes and businesses to look upwards toward the sky, all reacting to the same phenomenon. A TV playing from a nearby storefront suddenly catches my attention as the channel changes to the local news.
And now, reporting to you live with breaking news. A mysterious weather phenomenon is currently sweeping through Pastoria Town as it appears to be snowing in the middle of summer. Experts are confounded on what could be the cause behind this strange sleet, and...
As the report trails off, I'm broken out of my dazed trance as I feel another shiver run down my spine again. It's not just snowing. The temperature's dropping too, and fast. Just as my teeth begin chattering, and I motion to hug myself for warmth, a frenzied yell rings out from the distance.
Whoa! Watch it! Look out!
I turn my head just in time to watch as the bus I was waiting for suddenly comes into view around a corner. I watch in horror as it honks and tries to brake, but the road underneath us, which is now somehow completely covered in ice, ends up propelling it forward as it crashes into a car in front of it, which crashes into another, causing a mini domino effect. What the hell? The road's all covered in ice now? What's going on? I look up as car alarms and horns echo down the entire street. Angry drivers and citizens stomp out of their pummeled vehicles, only to go slipping on the icy road itself as yelling and cuss words fill the air. Well, there goes my ride. So much for making good time to class. Just as my thought finishes, my phone suddenly rings and I look down to peer into an urgent email alert from a university.
Attention students, classes for the day have been cancelled due to the inclement and unprecedented weather conditions happening in town. For more information, please follow the local news as we...
Oh, thank God! That's some good in everything. There's some good in everything, right?
Sniffle.
Oh, man. But there's no time to relax here. It's freezing again. As I rub my arms for warmth, my instincts tell me that the first thing I need to do is get out of the ridiculous cold and get something warm to drink. Set on my plan, I head to the nearest place I can think of and chart my course towards Cafe Estrella. The bell of the cafe chimes behind me as I stumble inside, wrapping my arms around myself.
Hi there, welcome. What can I get for you?
The hottest thing you have...
Sorry?
The hottest thing on the menu. Please.
You mean... like hot chocolate or something?
Yes, hot chocolate! That! Please!
Okay, coming right up.
I watch as the flustered barista immediately gets to work on my order as I do my best to stay warm by rubbing my arms and jogging in place. Why is it so cold?
Dude, I ask myself that every fucking day winter happens.
Suddenly, a sheepish laughter rings out from behind me as I peer into a familiar face.
Oh, hot chocolate in July? Normally an odd choice, but quite fitting for today, I think.
Mr. Soul, have you seen what's going on outside? It's literally snowing!
Yes, so I've heard. I saw the report in the news just a few minutes ago. Awfully strange, wouldn't you say? It's usually quite hot at this time of year. I wonder what's going on.
I spent the next few minutes warming up and conversing with Mr. Soul about the strange weather happening outside before I nestle myself into an empty corner table. Eventually, the barista named Jamie brings me over a toasty cup of hot cocoa and I immediately take a giant gulp. A relief sigh escapes me as I feel warmth begin to seep through my body. Just as I place the cup down, the cafe's The empty cafe's door abruptly swings open as another familiar face walks inside shivering.
Hi there. Welcome to Cafe Estrella. What can I get you started with? Something warm, if you would please.
It's Aslan!
Okay, hot chocolate it is. Guess I found the special for today.
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that... My eyes pan over to the head of pink as I take in the sight of the bartender who always serves me during my nightly trips to the pub. Suddenly, he catches my eye and I wave over with a smile. Hey! I know you. You're the super nice bartender who works down at the pub. Oh, hello there. Good morning. Morning, Mr. Sorry. What's your name? I think I might have forgotten it. I don't miss the way the bartender's face seems to soften into an almost melancholic smile as he takes a seat in the chair across from me. It's Aslan.
Okay, so here's a question. Here's a question, then. Would it be possible no, cause it... No, never mind. I was about to ask a stupid question. Never mind.
Aslan! Right. Sorry. It was totally on the tip of my tongue this whole time.
I'm sure it was.
So, Aslan, I'm pretty surprised to see you here, to be honest. It's actually my first time ever seeing you outside of the bar. Period.
Actually, that's a good point. I never got to really figure out... Like, it didn't really bring up why he was at the bar of all places of all places you could get a job at. Why a pub? I'm just curious as to why a magical wizard would want to work at a pub. Cause I know Agatha said something about, like, they were drawn to the town, probably because of her magical presence. It was a throwaway line. But I kind of really wonder. They didn't really go into much detail about that, and I kind of wish they had.
Which, you've kind of become an urban legend around town, you know. The mysterious bartender who normally never leaves the bar. But, guess I debunked that myth, eh?
Well, today's not really a normal day now, is it?
You're right about that. Have you seen the weird snow falling outside? I wonder what that's all about.
I'm not too sure myself, but something tells me it doesn't bode well.
Huh? Sorry, what'd you say?
Nothing. Rather, how are you feeling? Did you make it home safely last night?
Last night? What do you mean?
Don't you remember what happened at the bar yesterday evening?
My only response is shooting Aslan a confused head tilt as the bartender sheepishly laughs, scratching his cheek.
I see. I should probably fill you in then. You see, last night ended up being quite the commotion.
As Aslan fills me on what transpired after I had one too many, I can feel my face already beginning to flush red with embarrassment. However, before I can form a response, I watch as the young bartender suddenly pauses and rummages through his pocket before pulling something out.
Actually, on that note, I believe you dropped this last night. Okay, I'm surprised of all things he gives that back. Like, he made such a fuss about the notebook, which was not discussed as to why that was or anything like that, and why he's fucking flipped out as he did. But the magic Philia pen, he gives that back. Really? He's not at all surprised? Okay.
I look down to catch sight of a familiar pink pen extended out in Aslan's hand. I reach over to take it in my own as recognition flashes in my eyes. Ah, this pen! I remember this. It was a gift that old woman I met yesterday gave me. But wait, wasn't there also a notebook alongside this pen too?
Okay, so he's still... Notebook? Oh, nope. I definitely didn't say that.
Really? Oh man, I can't believe I lost it when it was a gift. Wow, I feel terrible now.
No, seriously, why does he freak out over the notebook and not the pen? The pen that contains Philia. And her what? Okay. Believe me, I'm sure there are some things that you're just better off without. Why, I'm certain that book has most likely made its way to a much more, fitting caretaker as well.
For some reason, I feel as if Aslan's averting his gaze from mine when he says this.
However, before I can answer, the cafe's front door bell chimes again as yet another figure walks in. And there's the man of the hour. I feel my breath hitch as I eye the incredibly handsome stranger that just stepped inside the door. Whoa, he's gorgeous. And so tall, too. Wow, who is that? I've never seen him around town before. Or, wait, have I? For some reason, he almost seems a tiny bit familiar. I'm jolted out of my own thoughts as the stranger's piercing ruby eyes suddenly seem to turn and meet mine. I feel my face flush as I quickly turn back towards my drink, pretending I wasn't just caught completely oogling someone. From my table, I hear as Jamie approaches the new customer with a sunny smile. Hi there, welcome. What can I get for you? You guys got anything hot and... Yes, another hot chocolate coming right up. Hot chocolate? No, actually, I'd like something a bit more bitter. Like a black espresso. Dark as you can make it, please. Oh. Ew. Oh, sure. Sorry about that. Coming right up, sir. I can't but peek over to watch the handsome stranger leans against a small coffee counter and pans his gaze around, taking in the interior of the cafe. As his gaze moves towards my direction, I quickly sit upright, turning my head around again and feigning ignorance. However, is the one to suddenly exclaim as he turns his head towards the man. I knew I recognized him. Wait, him? You know him, Aslan? Not personally, but he was the fellow who came to your rescue in the ordeal last night at the bar. I believe he was also the one who called you a cab home. Huh? Yes, actually. I'm certain it's him. He has a rather unique, aura about him. It's hard to mistake him for someone else. Hold up. You're telling me that super hot guy was the same person who flung a man over the bar, and this dude I nearly puked on when I was... However, before I can finish, my half-filled cup of hot chocolate suddenly goes toppling all over me and I let out a scream. Ah! Oh, that's hot! Oh dear, I'm afraid that might leave a stain. Let me go fetch you some napkins. As Aslan scampers towards the back of the cafe, I feel my face turn scarlet in embarrassment as I look down at the giant chocolate-covered stain all over my skirt. I suddenly try to glance over from the corner of my eyes to see if the handsome stranger noticed all the commotion, only to catch him full-on staring at me. Oh no. Hand me now. Hand me. Damn it! Why am I always making a goddamn fool of myself in front of the most ridiculously hot guys? As Aslan returns with a pile of napkins, I overhear Jamie ringing up the stranger at the register. I grumble a groan as I try to pat myself dry of the steaming liquid with a blushing red face. However, after a few minutes, Aslan turns towards me with an almost knowing smile and leans over to whisper. By the way, I believe perhaps you should thank that fellow over there before he leaves. What? What do you mean? Well, he was the one who helped you out of quite the precarious situation yesterday. Maybe a small word of gratitude would suffice? As Aslan beams me a cheery, do-gooder smile, I can feel my stomach twist with knots as I wallow deeper and deeper in regret. Damn you, Aslan! I watch with a pout as the man grabs his coffee from Jamie, dropping a large bill on the counter, and briskly turns to leave. Just as he exits through the front door, I bite my lip and find myself rushing after him. The bell rings behind me as I make my way outside, trailing behind the blonde-haired stranger. Wait! The man in front of me stutters to a stop a few paces away as he turns around silently. You're the guy who helped me last night, right? At the bar, I mean. I wanted to say thank you. And I'm really sorry if I caused you any trouble. The man's piercing red eyes only make the butterflies in my stomach feel as if they're turning into raging lions as he stares at me silently. Fun choice of words. After a few moments, I watch a small smile tug at the corners of his lips. It was no trouble at all.
Wow, his smile. An amused yet somewhat sympathetic expression flashes on his face as he looks down at my hot chocolate-stained skirt. Suddenly, he rummages through his coat pocket before pulling out a bill and extending it out towards me. Here, get yourself another one. It's cold out. What? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. I insist. There's something about his voice, a tone with a gentle yet commanding resonance to it, that makes me feel like it's futile to argue with him. And despite the red prickling at my cheeks, pricking, it's not prickling, it's pricking, I hesitantly step forward and take the bill in my hands. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr.
Sergio. Just Sergio is fine.
Sergio. Right.
And yours?
Huh? My what?
Your name?
Oh! It's Luna. Sorry.
Luna. Got it. Strange. It's unique, yet almost feels like I've heard it somewhere before. Well, stay warm, Luna.
Yeah, you too. Sergio? Sergio flashes me a small smile paired with a nod. However, to my surprise, his gaze stays transfixed on mine instead of turning away. I can almost hear my heart pounding in my ears as we simply stay looking at each other for a few silent moments. And for a second, for one short, fleeting moment, it feels perhaps this isn't the first time we've met. Somewhere, somehow, I've seen those mysterious piercing red eyes gazing out at me before. And they looked at me then, just as they do now. As I slowly open my mouth to say something, Sergio's phone rings and snaps his attention back. He clears his throat and turns around, answering his phone.
Well, you find anything?
As he walks down the opposite end of the alleyway, I watch his retreating silhouette for a bit before a chilly breeze picks up and prompts me to go back inside. As I look down at the bill in my hand, it feels oddly warm despite all the cold around me, and I smile to myself. Sergio, huh? Damn, kinda wish I had the guts to have asked for his number, but... Hey, Jamie! Can I get another hot chocolate? With extra marshmallows? With extra marshmallows this time, please? Laughter and warm smiles ring out from inside the cafe, opposing the cold of the weather just outside. But what could this mysterious snowfall entail? And was my encounter with the handsome stranger just by chance? Or was it perhaps the wheels of fate as they hummed to the tune of a brand new adventure?
Find out.
Only time will tell, as it's the end here. For now.
Yeah, there we go. In our official website, see you again. Soon, we hope. Yes, I hope so. Okay, I'm happy. Alright, that's it. That's all for Aslan's route. Yay! Got to have a sneak peek at Sergio. Cool, love it. I definitely want to re-go through the original routes, because I don't remember much of them. Granted, it has been like a year or two since I've played it, I think. Whatever. Anyway, if you stuck around, thank you. I hope you've had fun. I hope this was able to entertain you, or at the very least, be decent background noise for working on projects. I don't know what my next game is going to be, but hopefully you'll stick around. I hope you have a wonderful evening, night, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you, and I will see you next time. Later.